Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would go through a full review of my YSL HOBO bag. This is the LE5A7 HOBO. I got this last summer. I believe it was last summer now. Being that we are approaching the warmer weather, I thought it would be a great time to talk a little bit about some of our smaller bags. I really love this bag for summer because you can take it from day to night very easily. This is a bag that can be worn casually. It can be dressed up or down. I wore this past weekend to dinner on Friday evening. And sorry, you can see Charlie there in the background. I wore this with cargo pants and sneakers and a cute little white top, and I thought it paired very nicely. It was semi-casual, sporty, but also sleek enough and sophisticated enough for dinner. So why don't we go ahead and get right into it. Now, I'm going to go through the pros and cons of this bag, and then I will save it for the end, but I will go through whether or not I would recommend purchasing this bag and the reasons behind why and why not. Now, as you can see here, and it's picking up some of the sheen from the light there because I'm sitting by my window, but you can see how sleek and beautiful this leather is. It's a calfskin leather. It's very smooth, very beautiful. It's buttery. There's really no grain to it, very little texture. It just feels very beautiful, very luxurious. It's a fairly structured bag. I mean, there's no, and you're going to see Charlie there in the background. There's no feet on the bottom. Oh, looks like I need to clean that there. There's no feet on the bottom, which kind of bugs me. That would probably be a con for me because as you can see, if I had feet on the bottom of the bag, it would have kept it from getting dirty there. But it is fairly structured. Now, if I hold it up against the light, you can see it there. While this leather is very sleek, shiny, and beautiful, it does tend to scratch very easily. So you can see there's some scratches there. And let me see if you can see any on the back. It also tends to show a lot of dust if you have it in the sunlight and, you know, maybe a little fuzz kind of fell on it. You'll see that there. You can kind of see that right there. Right there, see the hair and the dust. Just natural particles from the air tend to fall on the bag, and the light really captures it. Kind of see that there too. And I'll tell you a funny story about this bag when I first purchased it. Here's the other thing about the leather, right? If you have clammy hands, which sometimes I do, and you hold or put your finger or hand up against the leather, you can see it there. It does quickly dissolve and go away, but you know, that might bother some folks. Now, this is the only way to open and close this bag, and for that reason you can see it has scratched up very, very much in that area, right? So this is from the hardware kind of scratching up against it. If you kind of miss it and you don't get it just so in there, it tends to scratch the leather very easily. I also wear it loose like this, especially if I want to just get in and out of the bag very easily. If I have something that's kind of sticking out a little bit, it'll give me more room if I just wear it open. When you wear it closed, it's hard to reach in and out, especially if you have like a wallet or something longer that runs across the middle of the bag versus just, you know, something very quick and easy. So I have a couple things here to show you what fits and what doesn't fit. But if you have your sunglasses there, you can kind of put them like so. Maybe I'll stick the leg out. But if I had the sunglasses, and sometimes things tend to lay flat, they kind of move around in your bag automatically and they kind of shuffle around. So if I wanted to take my sunglasses out, it requires a little bit of maneuvering. So I do tend to wear this open, but maybe I won't going forward because you can see it's really caused some damage there to that leather. And I don't know if there's any way to fix or repair this. I'm open to your thoughts and suggestions, so feel free to comment down below. You can also see, which I'm not sure what caused this, if it was maybe something that rubbed up against it, but it almost looks kind of like a veining there, right? You see that? This bag is not meant to have that. This is not that kind of leather. I think also with time and with the way that this bag will wear, you can kind of see that there's some wrinkling going on here, slowly starting to wrinkle along the stitching. And it was not like that when I first purchased the bag. So it could be something that's happening over time. And again, you can see the scratches there. So lots of those scratches. This bag is adjustable, but it only comes with 3 holes. You can only wear it really on the crook of your arm as sort of like a top handle bag like so, or on your shoulder. While I have it on the longest setting, I find that wearing it on my shoulder tends to be a little uncomfortable. It's very light, but it slips off of my shoulder very easily. So I haven't figured out the best way to get it to sit on my shoulder nicely without slipping off. I think also because the leather is very smooth. While it's very comfortable, it slips off the shoulder very easily. If you're wearing a tank top or you have your direct skin on it, maybe you'll have that to create a little bit of friction so that it doesn't slip as easily. Back to my funny story. When I first purchased this bag, I was wearing sunblock. Again, it was the summertime. I do try to wear sunblock on the back of my hands. For reference, I am 39. I will be 40 years old this month. But I have not done a good job over the years of wearing sunblock on my hands, and I don't do a really great job of putting lotion on my hands either. So they tend to be on the drier side. You can see they're kind of wrinkly there, and I'm trying to prevent some of those sunspots and whatnot. So wear your sunscreen, ladies, especially if you're in your younger 30s and 20s. Wear the sunscreen on your hands too. You'd be surprised how much that makes you age. Anyway, I was wearing my sunblock and I happened to grab the bag and just, maybe I was opening and closing it. Sunblock, this white cast, got all over the bag. Now, thankfully, I was able to remove it with a little bit of leather conditioner. I looked this up on Google, and again, if you have any reference or recommendations down below, comment, feel free. What I noticed, though, based on the reviews, was that they recommend taking a dry paper towel and blotting it to absorb as much of the sunblock as possible. But technically speaking, once you wear sunblock and it transfers to your bag, particularly with this type of leather, it will ruin it. So you have to be very, very careful. But anyway, it was like all over the front of the bag. I was mortified. It was within days of getting the bag. Sorry if you can hear my timer in the background. I'm in the process of meal prepping for Charlie. Yes, I do cook for him, and it looks like my rice just finished. So, okay, guys, I'm back. And here's Charlie saying hello. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do a what's in my bag. Charlie's going to help me here. You can see him sitting right next to me. I'm going to do a what's in my bag so you can see what fits and what doesn't fit. So I did wear this bag over the weekend, as I mentioned. So I'm just going to grab a few things from the other bag I'm wearing. And I am wearing my Lululemon crossbody. I absolutely love this crossbody. It's such a great carefree bag. You don't have to worry about it getting wet or getting dirty. It's just an easy bag. So I tend to wear this if I'm running errands, running around. But I'm going to go ahead and transfer things. I can't use my cell phone because I am filming on it, but just as a heads up, I did recently switch my phone. I had the iPhone 12 Pro Plus, I think it was called. And I ended up switching it to the iPhone 13 mini, and I absolutely love it. So I am filming on the mini now. I just found that, to be honest, my wrist was starting to hurt with the larger phone. It was just getting to be too heavy, and it started to feel like I was carrying a brick around. So I decided to trade that in for the iPhone mini, and now I have the mini, and I love it. Obviously, as I mentioned, it's pretty light. It feels a little bit heavier now. It does have that inside zipper. I do tend to keep the original cards and paperwork and barcode. There's the price of the bag, the original retail price. I will try to link it down below for you. I'm just curious to see how much it has increased, if at all. So I have my AirPods, and you can kind of see there how everything lays inside. My key clay. This is a cover I purchased on Amazon just to protect my key fob. I tend to drop my keys. I don't know, I'm very clumsy, but I tend to drop them very easily. And I like the fact that it comes with this cute little hook, so I can kind of just hang on to it. I'm less likely to drop it. And my sunglasses. So not too much. That's really the bulk of what I carry. I'm going to have to clean that inside. It is a suede interior. I do have to take maybe a lint roller to the inside. It seems like it's just like a little debris. The day I would probably not recommend this bag. That might surprise some of you. It is a beautiful bag. It's been seen on so many influencers. I do love this bag. I love the way it looks. but I don't necessarily love it on me. I think I like the way the bag looks more than anything. It is not a practical bag. It's small to the point where you can fit all your essentials, but just the way it sits on my shoulder makes it uncomfortable. If you're wearing it with a big or a heavy coat, it really won't sit on your shoulder nicely. You'll have to wear it on the crook of your arm or as a top handle, which is fine. But if you're looking for more of that, hands-free look, a functional, practical bag, this is really not it. It's also not a mom-friendly bag. This is not something that can be worn in a variety of different ways. It's really not functional. You can't wear it crossbody. There's only these 3-hole options. So it's more for maybe if you're going out to dinner, if you're hanging with your girlfriends, or you're not worried about having to be hands-free and having something that's a little bit more casual, quick grab and go. This is not it. You also have to be careful. You really have to be looking at the bag and paying close attention to how you're opening and closing it. It damages the leather very easily. I don't know why they would, do this. I think this would have been much better as a magnetic button closure where you can just very quickly open and close it, kind of like the Lulu. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish with this, but this piece here is pretty sharp. It scratches the leather, as you can see here. It's really not functional. I don't know what the point of this was. It's kind of silly to me. I don't like the fact that it doesn't come with a crossbody option. Maybe a chain or something would have been easier. It would have sat on the shoulder a little bit more flush, and maybe it would have been less likely to fall off and slip off the shoulder. So I really don't like that. It's an annoying bag. It's tough to wear. It's not functional. It's not practical. It slips off the shoulder. It's an annoying bag. Beautiful, but annoying. So at this price point, unfortunately, I would have to say pass. I would not recommend it, but I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. Comment down below if you have this bag or if you're looking to purchase this bag. If you feel otherwise, if you disagree, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be filming more videos soon. So until next time, bye.